All right, as much as I like this here view that I just noticed right now, and I'm even going to, I don't know, set the focus or whatever on this. In order to see the score, I think I'll have to actually zoom out here a little bit, although now that I've seen it, I'm kind of partial to it. Maybe I can do something like this. So it's Montreal on this side. I kind of thought what I would do is have the score adjacent to the logo, I guess, or, above, something like that. I guess I can do this with it. And I'll do this one with the Senators as well. Maybe slide these cards over a little further. What these cards are here, these all white cards with the white backing, these are the chance and half chance cards. And so they are used to resolve scoring chances for the game. Chance cards are here, half chances are here. And yeah, that looks, I don't know, it's a little distracting there for me. So anyway, again, I wasn't planning on, if you look at the thumbnail for this video, which I think I will still keep, I thought I would zoom it out. And I'm thinking for later rounds in the playoffs, I might actually try live streaming this. But I think for this one here, I've not played any hockey like this for several days now. So, of course, this is the perfect time to begin the playoffs for this project. It's long overdue, if anything, and so time to get right to it. We have the third overall Montreal Canadiens, who finished the 24-25 NHL season with a record of 14-12-4. So 32 points, up against the Ottawa Senators, who finished second overall by 1 point with a record of 15-12-3. So they had 33 points overall. Cy Donnelly leading the Ottawa Senators in scoring and the NHL in scoring in my replay, not in real life. In real life, Babe Dye of the Toronto St. Pats led the NHL in scoring. But in my replay, Donnelly, who did finish top 5 anyway in real life, he had 31 goals and 43 points. In my replay, to 27 and 38 or 39 in real life. So pretty close. For the Canadiens, they'll be led by their top two, Oriel Joliet and Howie Morenz. They each had 24 goals in my replay. Morenz totaled 32 points and Joliet with 29. So I think that's probably about adequate or sufficient background for this. We're just over 2 minutes into it. I'm going to use these 2d6s. I have some charts for the game off camera. And I think where need be, I'll probably just show an up-close look at what actually is on the chance and half chance cards. Of course, this is the dice tower. You will only see part of it on camera. So anyway, I just got back. My wife and I went away for a few days on kind of a road trip, and just got my COVID injection as well, my first vaccine earlier today. So, trying to do whatever, including this, to, keep moving the arm. So far, actually, it feels, again, it was just 6 or 7 or 8 hours ago, but feels on par with, about 7 hours ago, I guess. It feels about on par with just any other flu shot that I've ever received so far. Bit of stiffness, and other than that, nothing to report. So anyway, that has nothing to do with this, but away we go with it. I guess I'm going to use the 2d6 to determine such things as penalties, scoring chances, and whatnot, and for exact time, as well as for who got the penalty, who got the goal, who got the assist, and so on. I'll be looking at the 2d10. So I'll put the 2d10 aside because I won't need them right away. Game of Gray Zone Hockey, my adaptation of Blue Zone Hockey, starts much like this. I have this deck here of 26 cards, 16 of which are home cards for the Ottawa Senators. They would have had 15 by the math, the normal math, but the Montreal Canadiens have an injury to one key player, so they've spotted one additional match card to the Ottawa Senators for that. So 16 of the 26 cards are the red Ottawa Senators cards, and then 10 of the 26 cards are the black Montreal Canadiens cards, and I draw 12 cards per period. So with the first draw, the 16, it means that nothing really happened in the first 100 seconds of play, and we roll forward. Wow, that one actually went, okay, that was up and out of play. I'm going to re-roll that. This is a little more slippery than I thought. Okay, I'll have to be careful at how I drop those. Anyway, with the 45, that means we get another 100 seconds with nothing happening. So a tentative slow start in the early going, which should allow me also, time to explain that what this is, the NHL playoffs in 24-25, much different than today. This is 2 games head-to-head total goals. Most goals wins. The goals scored in Game 1 roll over into Game 2. For Game 2, I'm simply going to switch the sides of the teams. Ottawa is home for Game 1. Montreal is on the road for Game 1. That's why Ottawa has a bit more of a match card advantage in this one than does Montreal. Anyway, with that roll of a 45, again, we get nothing really important happening here. With another roll of 45, now we're going up to 5 minutes. So The first 5 minutes, nothing happening. We will get our first chance here with that roll of a 54. And that's going to be a half chance here, about 6 minutes and 40 seconds into it. So with the red card, it does mean that it's going to be an Ottawa half chance. And so I re-roll. And that's a 6, so a 6 there and a half chance. It says strong tackle steals the puck 1-9. So apparently there's been an on-ice tackle, and Ottawa is unable to get anything significant in terms of a shot or anything like that off anyway. So with the 56, we get a half chance in the follow-up. Once again, it is another half chance for the Senators. So they're pressuring, but they're being kept to the perimeter. With the roll of 11 on the half chance, however, that's looking a lot better indeed. It says there scores through a crowd of players. So through traffic, the Ottawa Senators here have taken a 1-0 lead in this an all-important 1-0 lead this year, Game 1 of the 24-25 NHL Stanley Cup playoffs. In real life, the Montreal Canadiens won the NHL Championship, albeit with a bit of an asterisk, only to go out west and lose to the Victoria Cougars. Scoring that goal, I'll get the time first actually, so 62, hold on for a moment here, so that's 8:20, so 6:40 and 62 seconds, so it's 7:42, we'll say it's 7:42, scoring for the Senators 44, that's going to be King Clancy. King Clancy who had 18 goals and 27 points in the regular season, a whopping 9 assists, which actually was really good for the era. And he was a regular Adam Oates, I guess, or Joe Thornton setup man. 65 means that goal is unassisted because, again, assists were harder to come by in the era. So it's 1-0 Ottawa Senators here early, 7 minutes and 42 seconds into it. Goal scored there by King Clancy. And we're going to get another half chance here, and this is going to be Montreal's chance to tie it here right away. And with that roll of a 10.5 chance, looking not half bad. In fact, it does say backhander into the top of the net goal. So just as soon, almost, it feels like, as Ottawa took the initial lead, Montreal has come back to tie it here pretty quickly, and scoring for the Canadiens. Again, I guess I'll get the exact time, try to be uniform with this. So 15 seconds, I'm going to say at 8:35, so like 53 seconds later. And the initial goal for Montreal with the 06, that'll be Oriel Joliet. And assisting on the goal with that roll there of a 69, that means that nobody assisted on it. So a 1-1 hockey game here. Clancy struck, and then Joliet returned fire. We roll forward. Ooh, where we get potentially an injury to the home. And actually there, it didn't matter. But here we are again. We're about 11 minutes and 40 seconds into the period now. And we're going to get an injury potentially. I have to roll again. This is where I might show a bit of the chart. 2 is actually nice because it's just to a minor player, so no effect. Had there been an effect, had it been to a key or a star player, I'd have to change the match cards in the game. And as this is an adaptation of Blue Zone Hockey, I actually have kind of my own way that I do it with the match cards. Anyway, we don't have to go there. So we're going to get another roll here and another flip with the 12. It does mean a 100-second lull. So here we are, still 1-1 in period 1. With the 63, our first full chance of the contest will go to the Ottawa Senators. And with that follow-up roll of a 7, we're looking here in the full, the chance card. It does say defender Simbin for tripping, penalty shot awarded. So actually what I do, because there were no penalty shots in 1924, when I get a card like this, I have 54 of these. I would rarely use any more than, say, 10 in a game, if that many. So I'm simply going to put this to the bottom of the pile and look at the very next card. Because, again, it's for a different era. This game here, it's, it's generalized, it's extracted or abstracted for all eras. There it is, though, 7-14 slap shot into the bottom corner, and it's going to be a goal anyway. So the Ottawa Senators here, they take a 2-1 lead. And let's see here, double checking on the time. I decided not to have the clock and camera for this one. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that is 15, just shy of 15 minutes into it. So somewhere between 13, 20, and 15 minutes. We'll add 81 seconds to it, so I'm going to say at 14:41. The Senators take the 2-1 lead, scoring the goal 18. That is indeed the scoring title winner, the Bobby Orr Trophy winner, as I call it in my replays and my What If Sims. And Dineni, that's assisted actually by Dineni. Now, another thing that I do, because there are so few assists, what I'm going to do is award it to the next man down. So I'm going to say Dineni from Clancy. Clancy's looking at a 2-point night. I did that throughout the regular season as well. Call it a house rule. Anyway, so it's 2-1 here for the Ottawa Senators. I said they're 14:41 into it. And we get another full chance. And this time it won't be a chance for Montreal to bounce back and tie right away. With the 5 on the chance, it says 5-14, bounce off the goalie's pad, snapshot, goalie saves again, rebound A2. So we're going to roll and look at the rebound chart. to see if Ottawa's taking a 2-goal lead here, and that is, it almost happened earlier in the period, and it has happened here. That is a full-blown Dice fumble, Dice up and out of play. So, I'm going to re-roll, I guess. I should put some kind of a stopper there. Maybe I'll use these cards like pads. So with the 51, that is 6 in the rebound chart, which I know right offhand means I have to re-roll actually for a rebound 2. Where a 7, look at this. So rebound 1, 6, it says scramble in the crease, rebound 2, and then 7 is a garbage goal. So the Ottawa Senators here in period 1 taking a 2-goal lead. Just got a message, but it's not the emergency kind, so we're going to keep rolling with this. To be honest, I hadn't even thought of that. It's more likely that the camera will be shut off by a message. Anyway, so 3-1 here for the Senators now. And again, this I believe would be up to 16:44, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So the exact time we're going with 16:27. And, whoops, what am I doing? I just dropped the wrong dice. Scoring for the Senators, 85. That's going to be Hooley Smith. And assisting, if anyone does, 44. I'll double check, but I'm sure that's nobody. So, anyway, Hooley Smith, their individual effort, putting the Senators up by a pair late here in period 1. And we just got a couple more cards to roll through. So, nothing up to the 18-minute and 20-second mark. And there with the 22, there is potentially an injury to the Montreal Canadiens. They already came into this one again with an injury to one key player. So I re-roll. I guess I only really had to roll the green. But again, because it's 1 to 3, it's just to a minor player. Has no impact in the match pack or match deck. So I think I'll pause and shuffle for period 2. And it's 3-1 after 1 here for the Ottawa Senators. As I recall, Cy-Donnelly, King Clancy, and Hooley Smith got the goals. Back the other way for the Canadiens, it was Oriel Joliet at one point. I think they were at 7:42, 8:35, 14:41, and 16:27. So I'm not writing that down, just, as I recall. I could be off there. I don't think I am, though. Anyway, here for period 2, let's see. Montreal's got some ground to make up for now with the roll of a 64. Unfortunately, that's going to be another full chance here, and it goes to the Ottawa Senators. Unfortunately for Montreal's sake, of course, and I am a Habs fan, it shows through sometimes. So there with the follow-up in the roll of 7, it says sweet shot into the top corner, goal. So the Habs, who had to kind of claw to get their way into the playoffs, they were being chased hot on the trail by the Boston Bruins, the surprise expansion Boston Bruins in my replay. And they finished 6-24 in real life, but 12-14-4, I think, in my replay. To 14, 12, and 4 for Montreal, so pretty close. Anyway, they had to claw and gnaw to get their way into the playoffs. And it's not, the Canadiens did, and it's not looking good for them here early because it's 4-1 here right off the bat in period 2. And it's going to be 1 minute and 8 seconds in to be exact, where the 56 means the goal has been scored there by Buck Boucher, who led the league in penalty minutes, again in my replay. And with the 08, that's going to be assist for Donnelly, who's also looking at a 2-point night now, much like his teammate King Clancy there. So 4-1 Ottawa here, just 1 minute and 8 seconds into period 2. And with the 33, this will be the game's first penalty. Actually, the color there really doesn't matter. The penalty does go to the home team. 31-33 goes to the home team. So Montreal in the power play here. I guess I will roll, though, to see who got the penalty and the exact time. 58 seconds past 1 minute 40. So at 2:38, we get the penalty. And taking that penalty, let's see, watch it be Buck Boucher. 16-16 is going to be King Clancy, actually. So Clancy there for 2, Montreal to the power play. They badly need to get something going here. 64 is an automatic power play chance, actually, for the power play team, regardless of color. Those are the blue zone rules. Had it been a 50-something, because, again, this is 10s and this is 1s, it could have been possibly a shorthanded chance for Ottawa, but it isn't. So with the follow-up roll here, and they get a +1 in their chance as well, and they're going to need it because 3 + 1, no, deflection save by the goalie, excellent save by Alex Connell, who had the second best goals against average in the NHL in my replay. Did the Senators goalie Alex Connell. So that's really an opportunity blown and missed for the Montreal Canadiens, and we roll on with that. So we're going to get a 64 here. Another full chance, another chance to the Ottawa Senators. Gee, are there any black cards in this deck or what? So Ottawa here in the follow-up, full chance with a 6 and a 3. That's looking good for them as well. There it is, wrist shot high into the corner, and that's a goal. And this is a 5-1 hockey game for the Ottawa Senators. So Montreal at this point already, not are they looking at having to beat Ottawa in Montreal. They're going to have to whoop them one-sidedly and decisively by a large margin on the scoreboard if this continues. let's see here. So how much time actually? That's okay. So that's at 5:47, and it's one event per 100 seconds. So 5:47:14. That's going to be Deneni now, looking at 2 goals and 1 assist on the night, and 58 means Deneni's goal is unassisted. And again, we're just about 6:40 into it, and there we're going. We're at 8:20 now, I guess. 5-1 game here for Ottawa with the 63. I know that didn't land flat. It's okay. It's my replay. We're going to have another chance here. That chance, once again, is going to be the Ottawa Senators' chance. The Ottawa Senators here with the 3 and a 5. And again, this is just, things are just coming apart. The wheels are coming off for Montreal. All the momentum right now on Ottawa's side here at the Ottawa Auditorium in Ottawa. And, wow, 6-1 for the Ottawa Senators. So let's see. It's what happens to this Habs fan sometimes when he plays the Habs on this channel. And it's going to be 19 seconds there for the goal. So again, this so we're looking at 8:20 plus 19. We're looking at 8:39, the time of the goal. I wanted to give Deneni the hat trick there. He might still get it. Indeed, he does. Side Deneni with the hat trick. And was there an assist on it? With that roll of a 19, Deneni from Clancy again. They've teamed up. So it's a 6-1 game, and Deneni has scored half of Ottawa's goals. Anyway, one thing that we can do now that this is one-sided, let's just try to speed this up and carry it forward. Where are Montreal's cards with the 64? Again, that's going to be a chance for the Ottawa Senators. And would you look at this? This is just utter humiliation at this point, an absolute blowout. This is outstanding. We are looking at a 7-1 hockey game now here for the Ottawa Senators. So in this era, too, Georges Vezina, I guess, would have just had to bear the brunt of it and endure it. He's going to stay in net. And, 7-1 hockey game. So this is the arm in which I got the injection, so at least I'm keeping it busy. So it's going to be a 38 here. So 38 for the time. That's going to be at 10:38. And with the goal, 16, Deneni looking at 4 goals here. And 67, that'll be an unassisted goal for Deneni. At 10:38 here, because again, let's see, that should be 1, 2, 3, yes, 7 cards, so 10:38. Okay, just over halfway through now. 66, my goodness. Finally, Montreal gets a chance here. Could this turn into a goal fest? And on their chance, they get a 7. Let's see if Montreal got on the board once more. 7 or greater usually is the case. So blaster into the top of the net. It's a goal. This is quite a high-scoring affair here. This is a 7-2. The goaltending has not shown up here for the postseason. 7-2 for Montreal. 7-2 for Ottawa. And scoring for the Montreal Canadiens. Let's see. We have 81 is the time. We're looking at 13:01. The time of the goal. Whoops, wrong dice. And so 16, that means Joliet with his second. And so a bit of a silver lining for him. 87 will be unassisted. And let's see here. Okay, so 11. So we're getting potentially an injury to the home team now, even though that is a black ace. So we re-roll. A bit of a rough game. And indeed, we will get an injury to an Ottawa Senators key player. And so what I do there, this is a slight modification on what is actually done. I'm going to take one more black card here for Montreal. And I'm going to, and I'll do this live, I'm going to shuffle it into the rest of the unused pile for the period. And this is to signify that maybe this injury will not have an impact on the game going forward from here. So hopefully that made sense. It makes sense to me. And we are going to play on. So right now we are about 15 in, I think 3, 6, 9. So about 15 in roughly. Again, time is abstract. And let's see, 54. So the chances keep on rolling out. That's going to be a half chance for the Montreal Canadiens here. Let's see with the follow-up 11. That's actually pretty good, even on a half chance. Backhander finds the corner of the net. These goaltenders playing like they were being paid only for the regular season, which on a historic note was true in this case. So it's now 7-3. And let's see, there is still another whole period to go. 7, so Joliet with the hat trick. Wait, I usually do time first, don't I? Okay, 15:07. 20, Joliet with the hat trick. I was hoping that would happen. And 86, so it's unassisted here, but Joliet, so we have a 7-3 hockey game where the 22, we're going to potentially, what is this? Injury chance. All black, all red, no matter how I shuffle them. So I guess we do a follow-up roll here and see if Montreal gets... Oh, okay, so they're lucky. They're lucky. I really only need to drop the green, but this is the green that I look at. 1 to 3, it's minor. No effect here. 4 or 5, it's key, and then 6, it's star. Anyway, so get at least one more roll here. 33, that's going to be a penalty to the Senators. And let's see here. 3, 6, 9, 12. Indeed, so toward the end of the period, the exact time of the penalty is 18:38, and getting that penalty, we're looking at 97 for the penalty, which is going to be Frank Finnegan getting the penalty. Montreal will begin period 3 in the power play, and they really need all the help they can get, so I will pause and shuffle once more. So I think it was 3-1 after 1, so we just had a 6-goal period here. 10 goals already scored in this game, just 40 minutes into it. So here for the final 20 of 60. We're going to start things off there with a roll of a 26, meaning we get nothing in the first minute, 40 seconds. And with a 25, once again, there will be nothing here, so we're about 3 minutes into it now. 41, so again, actually, we're 5 minutes into the third period. Maybe both of these teams are exhausted. With the 64, just as I say that, it's going to be an Ottawa chance here. Once again, as if they needed it, Ottawa with the 6 and the follow-up. The 6, it means it's good for a rebound. So on the rebound with the 5, let me double check. I'm quite sure that means a second rebound. Yes, snapshot, pad save by George Vezina. Rebound 2, where there is a roll of a 2 and a rebound 2, and it does say there. Great double save by George Vezina there to keep the Canadiens just 4 behind as opposed to 5. And so I guess we roll forward here about 5 into the frame where we get the 42. The 42 means nothing's happening for the next minute 40. We get a 16. Again, nothing happening for about a minute 40. And with a 66, there's going to be a full chance. It's going to be Ottawa's here again, trying to restore that big 5-goal lead. Or the Ottawa Senators with the 4 and the 3 in the follow-up. We look here, it says, oh, that's actually, that's a half chance card that got mixed up and into the... Sorry about that. Here we go. Okay, snapshot deflected in from the crease. That's going to be a goal for the Ottawa Senators. They are up. They have a lofty 5-goal lead here in the Habs, scoring that goal. The exact time, 75, 3, 6, 7. That means at 11:40 and 75. So at 12:55. At 12:55, wow, time went pretty quickly in that period. 12:50, that can happen. 12:55 and 95 scoring the goal. Frank Nybor, and it was another Frank with the penalty toward the end. Frank Finnegan, who actually was present when the Senators, I watched a documentary on the Senators expansion recently. He was still present. He was a prominent figure in helping to get the Senators back in Ottawa, even though he was like 88 or 89 years old at the time. Anyway, with the 56, there is no assist on the goal, so we're just going to play forward here. I guess we only got a few rolls left. 51, that'll be a half chance. That's going to be a half chance for the Montreal Canadiens. And with the 7 on the half chance, no, shot from the slot, well saved by goalie Alec Connell. Sometimes I've seen it Alex Connell, other times Alec Connell. I think it's the latter, even though it's Alex on this card. So with a 56 here, the follow-up, this time it's going to be a half chance for the Ottawa Senators. Looking for another 11 if they can get it. Attacker fails to control pass, so nothing really generated on that half chance. And just to double check and be sure how much time we have left, we're looking at 4, 7, 9. So we're 15 now into the third period. And so just 3 rolls and 3 cards to go probably. 52, though, that is a half chance. There will be a follow-up half chance roll. Again for the Ottawa Senators, 5.5 chance. Not looking too good. This has been a really strange game here to kick things off. Great save there by George Vezina. Little too late, I think too little too late. We're going to get a penalty by the Montreal Canadiens. Some evident frustration mounting, though that's just our 3rd penalty of the contest. Montreal's first. And getting that, or the exact time of that penalty, again, that'll be at 17:42, I think. 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yes, so it's 17:42. And so basically that's the game. Taking the penalty from Montreal is a formality here. We're looking at 45, which means Billy Boucher. He didn't lead like Brother Buck, but he was in the top 5 somewhere, was Billy Boucher for penalty minutes. And let's see if Ottawa can do anything with the power play. Indeed, they can. The color doesn't really matter, but it's a matter of habit. So Ottawa here with a power play chance +1, which actually, to be honest, now that really does matter because this is a 2 games total goals series. You want to build a nice cushion there, which the Senators have done to the tune of 1 more goal. They are ahead of Montreal by 6 going into Game 2. So it's another Montreal blowout here in Hockey Unreal for Hockey Unreal, the Habs fan. And we're looking at a 9-3 final here, the exact time of that goal. 1 event per 100-second segment here. 49 the exact time. We're looking at 19:09. It is a power play goal. 73 for the Ottawa Senators. Defenseman Edwin Gorman from the point on the power play. And with the 06, Dinenny's looking at a 4 or 5 point night. I'll have to play this back and do the math later on. So anyway, 1 game in, I'm going to pause and switch it up here for Game 2. And after a wild Game 1 here, in which the Senators won by a final score of 9-3, we're returning to Montreal and to not to the Montreal Forum, which I think I said mistakenly in Game 1, but actually to Mount Royal or Montreal Arena, right? So here in Montreal at Montreal Arena, it's going to be a Game 2 here of this best of 2 or 2 games head-to-head total goals series. These teams are going to try to roll out an injury. There are 17 cards in here for Montreal, 17 with the Red Montreal, 8 with the Black Ottawa Senators. But it's possible they each get 1 more card added. Let's see if we can roll out any injuries. So the Ottawa Senators there, actually I did not roll for the severity, so I'm going to say a severity of 6 there. If this is higher than 6, it is okay. So the Senators, they have rolled out their injury successfully. Montreal's key player, the injury, it was during the regular season. The severity is 10. And they get it, actually. So I'm not going to change anything here. I'm just going to leave everything as is here. 17-8. This is a match pack of 25 cards here for this game. And we're going to get things going here for Period 1, where, of course, much like in the first game, this has been a goal fest here, a shooting gallery. So we get a 65 here, and it's going to go to the Montreal Canadiens here to kick things off. Montreal with the 8 in the follow-up here. And that looks, it says there, clean hit, slap shot into the corner. That's going to be a goal. That's going to be a goal scored for, let's see here. 58, so just 58 seconds into it, scoring the goal for Montreal, 31. 31 is, again, Joliet. I think he said, like, all their goals so far. He did a hat-trick in the first game, so 9-4 now, because, again, this carries over from Game 1. I know that's not how they did it, but that's how I want to do it. So anyway, it's 9-4 here, and just to show the gap the Grand Montreal has to make up for here. And the 52 means that is an unassisted goal here, just 58 seconds in, and we're going to get a possible injury again. Goal injury. What is going on here? What a series. And that's going to be an injury actually to an Ottawa key player. So adding injury to insult here, we give Montreal 1 more match card. Ottawa with the injury to the key player, so already at a 17-8 disadvantage. It will now be 18-8 in the deck. Okay, let's see what impact, if any, that has on the game going forward. So they've surrendered a goal and they've lost a player here already, just about 3 minutes into it. And with the 54, we're going to get a half chance, but that's going to be an Ottawa Senators half chance. So maybe motivated by that injury to try to get something going. 11.5 chance is not bad, and we get a tie game here, which means I have to go to double digits. So Ottawa is now up 10-4 in this series, this year goal fest of a series, as Alan Shaw might like to say, and some other hockey fans. So we're looking here at the straight 10. There you go. It's 10-4 Ottawa. That's, I guess, another thing about playing games, combined games, like a series, an entire series out of total goals, a series here on camera is what I'm trying to say. Anyway, the time of that goal, let's see. And again, that is just 5 minutes into it. So 76, 340 and 76, we're looking at... No, 320, we're looking at 436. It's 320 and 76. And I almost dropped the wrong dice again. Nervous habit. 91 for Ottawa is going to be Hooley Smith with his second here of the series. And 14, it does mean that Cy Dinenny with his like 15, 5, 10, I don't know, some number of points that Cy Dinenny has, the scoring title winner, Bobby Orr Trophy recipient here into the stratosphere with the offense, proving he was a worthy recipient of that. So Dinenny kind of like the Gretzky of his era. And away we go with it. I guess here it's a 1-1 hockey game in Game 2. Cumulatively, that is 10-4 for Ottawa, 45. So what has become a rare event here? We get nothing for 100 seconds. We're up to about 6:40 now. Where we'll get a half chance up to about 8:20, and that half chance goes to the Montreal Canadiens. And the Montreal Canadiens on that half chance. Look at this, that roll of 11. What is it with all these rolls off the half chance? The wrist shot finds the net off the goalie's mask. Don't think that happened in 1924. This isn't Clint Benedict, who I think waited until about 28 or 29. But anyway, to debut his mask long before Palant. But it's that's a goal for Montreal, so it's now only 10-5. They keep trying to get inch their way closer than 5 back, but then Ottawa keeps scoring also. 49 this time, so double check here, 5 cards into it, up to 8:20, that's right. So it's 7:29 specifically, Montreal has scored, and 21, that's going to mean it's the Joliet goal fest here. And 64 means it's unassisted, he's doing it all by himself. Even Howie Morenz is looking at him like, damn. Anyway, it's going to be a 42 here, nothing for the next 100 seconds. We're about halfway through period 1, where we're going to get a tilted die and another roll. Okay, that's going to be actually possibly an injury to Montreal here at home. So usually I don't get time for injury, but yeah, we're just over halfway through the first period, and this might not be a significant injury. It is not a significant injury. Montreal gets lucky. So we're going to get a 63 here. The 63, that's going to be another full chance for the Montreal Canadiens. Montreal there with the 11. That is probably all but a goal. Indeed, it is slotted home into the side far post. That's going to be a goal here. What a fluky goals, some fluky rolls here in this playoff series. We are now looking at a 10-6 hockey game. And so, goodness, I'm getting tired of doing this, saying this, but time of the goal here, 50 seconds. So if that was 8, then we're looking at, let's see, 4, 8, so 13:20. So 12:30, actually, 12 and a half minutes exactly. And scoring for the Montreal Canadiens. 90 this time, not Oriel Joliet. That's going to be Odie Cleghorn. And then there's going to be no one assisting on Cleghorn's goal. The less violent brother. Sprague was quite scrappy. Anyway, 14, so we get nothing in the next 100. So we're up to about 15 minutes now. And with that 34, we get our first penalty here in Game 2, and the Ottawa's on the road, 34-36, goes to the Ottawa Senators. Montreal to the power play. Let's get the time of the penalty. We're looking at 11 past, so we're looking at 15-11, and for Ottawa's penalty, 66. That's going to be Hooley Smith going to the box at 15-11. And on the follow-up, okay, that's tilted, so let's do this here again. Okay, 14, so there's going to be nothing doing there on that. Let me just double check here. So we're looking at 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep, okay, so oh no, wait, sorry, 4, goodness, glad I double checked. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, that's more like it. So just one more, basically another minute and a half here in the period. And that one's sitting flat, so I'm just going to say it's a lull here to end period 1, where let me see here. Now it was 9-3, I want to say. It was 9-3, right, after the first game. And so we get a 3-1 period here in Montreal, much like in Ottawa, actually, where period 1 was saw the Senators score 3 goals to Montreal's 1. So pretty crazy best of 2 series here. Sometimes I'm glad that I get games like this on camera, because this is the type of one and the type of score and the type of result I feel like, potentially anyway, that it's like, if I didn't have visual proof of it, then no one might believe it. They might believe, I don't know, it's just making up numbers or something and not even playing the game. Anyway, I don't do that. But we're going to get things going here for the second period, where I guess much like the first year, starts with a roll of the dice. Another 44 there. So blown opportunity potentially for Montreal with that 13. So we're going to up to about 3:20 now into the second period. And let's see here, the 26. We're going to be up to 5 minutes here in the second period with nothing going on there. The 64. That's going to be the Ottawa Senators looking to try to stay ahead by at least 5. And was that a full chance or a half chance? Uh-oh. You know what? It isn't going to be a goal in either way, so I'm just going to say it's a full chance. Slap shot is caught there by Georges Vezina. And we play forward here again. We are about 6:40 into it. So, okay. Where we're looking at that 41, so now we're about 8:20 in here with nothing Nothing here in the second period thus far. With that roll of a 56, it will be a half chance. And that half chance is going again to the Ottawa Senators, trying to be assertive. Best defense is a good offense. Look at this here. The roll of 10 on the half chance. Wrist shot beats the goalie down low. Man, have there been a lot of high rolls here for this one. So the Ottawa Senators now go to the 11th goal, up 11-6 here in this one. It's not over yet, but it's already starting to feel like it, or it's feeling like it now if it didn't already. Ottawa here up 11-6. And let's see here. I guess once again, formalities. We'll get time, everything. 61. So 61. If I look at the number of match cards multiplied by 100 seconds, so that's almost but not quite halfway. We're looking at 9:21. And goal scorer, we're looking at 35. That is King Clancy again. And assist on the goal, 35. That is Hooley Smith. Clancy from Hooley Smith. Some prominent names here. And so we have an 11-6 hockey game. Feels a little weird for me to say it too. 65, here we go. Montreal doesn't want to be down by 5 again. So on the follow-up there with the 8, that's going to be a goal. Blocked by Alex Connell, but knocked back in from the crease. It's going to be a goal here for Montreal. I'm actually glad that I don't have anything like a goal horn for this one. It would sound all too often. So Montreal here, we're looking at 10, actually at 11-10, 11 minutes and 10 seconds into it. And I keep looking to grab the 2d6 like that's what I need. 68 for Montreal means Billy Boucher has scored another goal. And the assist is going to Aurel Joliet, who only had 5 all regular season. So it's an 11-7 hockey game here. And we carry on there with the 32. I will count that. That's sat flat enough for me, and that's going to be a penalty to Montreal regardless of color. Ottawa to the power play. Let's see who got the penalty though. At 33, let's see here again, 3, 6, 8. Again, this is playoffs. One can never be too sure. So at 12:13, the time of the penalty, and taking the penalty, 94 for Montreal is Johnny Matz. Johnny Matz, who doesn't get many of them, but he's in the box right now. And 42, so Ottawa unable to do anything with the power play. We carry forward here with that roll of a 63. They both sat flat. Let's see here. Ottawa looking to make this a 12-7 hockey game with the 8 on the follow-up roll. The Ottawa Senators, easy goal from... I've never, ever had a game like this before. Anyway... This is a new experience on camera in more ways than one. We're looking at a 12-7 game in series. Well, not 12-7 game, but a 12-7 series here, total goals series for the Ottawa Senators. That would make the game score. Still 4-3 Montreal. That's ridiculous. Ottawa's up by 5, but Montreal's still technically winning game 2 of the series 4-3. Anyway, I think it'd be a little too much clutter to flash a double score, especially if I want to be zoomed in this close. And scoring this goal for Ottawa this time is, let's see here, 76. That is going to be defenseman Edwin Gorman with his second of the series. I didn't get the time, but I'm going to keep Gorman's goal because I announced it. We'll use that 66 for time, so we'll start. I'm just looking at these. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it's going to be at 16:06, that time of the goal. And let's see if there were any assists in the goal with that 86. The answer is no. So... let's see here. 36, there will be a penalty to Ottawa right after that. So, again, let's get the time. Let's get the stats. It's going to be 21. That's going to be King Clancy to the box. Ooh, and I got my order wrong again. So, 18:16, the time of the penalty. Montreal will finish this in the power play. No, Ottawa is going to take another penalty. That's the most significant event here that has occurred toward the tail end of 2. Just double checking here. Yes. And so let's see here. We'll say 68. So we'll say a 1928 and 61 there for Ottawa. You don't do 5 and 3 again. This is a simple abstract game. So we're looking there at 60. I mean, I suppose you could house rule it and do something like that. But Hooley Smith has taken the penalty. Did he take the prior one? Anyway, whether he did or he didn't, he's back to the box again. I might have to make a correction there after the fact for this one. But headed into period 3, Montreal, I mean, it's not impossible. They can do it, but my goodness, they're down by 5 with 20 minutes to go here in the series, which I should mention that should this actually end up tied 1-1, or like tied, 12-12 or like 14-14 or something, Ottawa would get the win. There is no sudden death. The Senators, simply by way of finishing higher in the standings, would get the win in a tiebreaker. I kind of like that. It's simple. Anyway, so it's a simpler times, right? Simpler days, simpler era. And to kick off the third period, we get a half chance here. That half chance going Montreal's way. Again, Montreal needs everything they can get here. That four is not going to be really a whole lot or enough of it. Defender tangles with the attacker, and the danger passes. This one getting pretty physical here late. So, slippery cards, but they shuffle so well. So we're going to get here. Oh, that's a tilter. So we're going to re-roll them. Let's see here. Try to drop them softly where we get 31 there. That's going to be a penalty for Montreal, actually. So much for that soft dropping. It's anyway, it's Ottawa to the power play. Let's see, actually, again, we'll get time of the penalty 18. So again, we're looking at 158, and 88 for it is going to be Billy Cotu actually taking the penalty for the Canadiens. Okay, that is a 36. That means Ottawa takes a penalty here. So this one getting pretty physical late, and so again, time is a 46. So that's at what, 4:06. And let's see here, 93 for the Senators. That's Frank Finnegan. Let's see. 25, so we get nothing there in the ensuing power play for either side. Power plays for either side. And we roll forward. We are about just 6:40 into it, actually. So Montreal definitely running out of time, though. 45, that's not going to be a chance. And 44, also not a chance. Once again, a 45. There have been like 6 different rolls all series. Sorry about that on behalf of these dice. So again, there is nothing doing there. 32, there will be a penalty to the Montreal Canadiens. And let's see here. So we're looking 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Not going to say anything but Montreal. Let's see here the time. 62 after 11:40, so at 12:42. And taking the penalty, doing the honors, 42 is Billy Boucher, of course. Boucher to the box. Where we get a 32, we get another Montreal penalty. That actually makes perfect sense here under the circumstances. This time 37, so 13, 20, and 30. So 13:57, the time of this penalty. Watch it be Billy Boucher again. 98, absolutely not. That's going to be Silvio Mantha taking the penalty. And what can Ottawa do this time? They can get an automatic chance with a +1. Can the Ottawa Senators here? 5 + 1, look at that, just enough to get them the power play goal. So they are now up and outstanding, 13-7 in this one. The Senators, who in real life did not make the playoffs, they barely missed them, finished 4th out of 6. Montreal 3rd out of 6. Montreal finished the season with 36 points, and Ottawa with 35 points. That was in real life. In my replay, Ottawa 33, Montreal 32. A lot of the teams underperformed by way of there only being 2 points to give out per game, and Boston winning their share. I think especially a lot more than in real life. So it sort of offset the balance of the entire rest of the league. Anyway, before I get lost here in what I was talking about, Ottawa, I believe, needs time and needs a goal scorer for that. So just 13 seconds passed. Let me double check here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 15-13, the time of the goal. And let's see here, 75 scoring for the Senators. We are looking to Edwin Gorman with his second goal of the game, 3rd of the series, and 48. That means another unassisted goal. Pretty common then. And so we're going to get a 36 here. That's going to be a penalty. So Ottawa fighting back. A lot of goals and penalties to roll for this one. This is going to be one I'm not going to like updating on Delphi either for that reason. Goodness, that's going to be at 18:01 and 42 for Ottawa. We're looking to Buck Boucher there again, the league penalty minutes leader in the regular season. Okay, can Montreal do anything? No, actually, yes, they can. It's going to be a chance +1 here, a half chance +1. 7. Let's see, that's not even a rebound. So there you have it. 20 goals, unfortunately, for the Montreal Canadiens, only 7 of them being theirs. And it does look like the Ottawa Senators will move on to similarly play a 2 games, total goals, best of 2, whatever you want to call it, NHL Championship final against the Hamilton Tigers. And then after that, there is a best of 5 that will be played between the winner of that series and the Victoria Cougars in the Western Canadian or Western Coast Hockey League. Why? I even went and looked at that since I last blubbed on it or whatever in a video. Um, and anyway, I think it's because in different eras it had both names, and so, or it had, yeah, one or the other name. But anyway, the champions of the West will play against the NHL. The NHL being a very central and East centric league at the time. So it'll be East meets West in the Stanley Cup final, but before that there will be an NHL Championship final, as it was done in 24-25, between again the series victors here, the Ottawa Senators, and the first overall in the NHL in my replay, Hamilton Tigers. So anyway, I realized this is a pretty long video. It's been a while. I've been rusty several days, but I really felt like before I got to any other project, the time had come to do something with this. So anytime, any consideration that you give to anything like this, well, it's not expected. It's always greatly appreciated, and I will end this video with the number 7.